Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week update. We are starting with our instrument, the DXY. As usual, this is daily time frame, and we need it to navigate all the pairs that we'll discuss here and send the forecast. So this is the daily time frame, and if I zoom, okay, so what we have done so far is that we believe that at least we are in this correction to the downside. And for what the price love, which is a symmetry, price will give us at least 100 extension to the downside. Unfortunately, on the DXY, we've not actually extended to 100%. We are short of that. This is A to the downside, the B wave in the middle on this time frame, and this is the C wave. Now, the C wave is not completed, but what you must know is that the fact that we are having this consolidation, extending, we've not really seen a breakout of here, a convincing breakout, not until we get a convincing breakout of here that we even break this to the upside when we are still in consolidation. But there are ways in which we look at wave for us to understand what is next. We should not forget that this is still shy of 100% to the downside. And so there is a tendency for price to break down, to grab that liquidity before we see a reversal or a bigger correction to the upside. Now, looking at the structures here, there are different ways we can look at it. We know that in a given correction, what we finish up the correction is 5 waves to the downside or upside, depending on where the correction is going to. In this case, the correction is towards the upside of the DXY. So now 5 waves, we end a correction. And again, 5 waves also, we start the new move. You must put that at the back of your mind that 5 waves will end correction, 5 waves we start the new move. So you must always remember that. Now, looking at this on the day time frame here, this is where the interest is. After this move to the downside, we can actually count the swing that we have here as the first 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5 swing. That is 5 swing. And you know that if we are doing in a flat correction, so you see either 3 or 7 swing. The 7th swing will take the price to the up to the against the flow, the 7th swing. But again, the 5 swing also, you can see that in a triangle. If you have a triangle and once you spot 5 waves, it's the possibility that it has ended a particular correction. So if you look at this move to the upside, this is 3 waves, basically 3 waves to the upside, 1, 2, 3 to the upside. That's the first move. The second move also is 3 waves to the upside, to the downside, 1, and in the middle here, consolidation, and 2, 3. So that's the move to the downside. Here, it seems to give us a 5 waves here. It seems to give us a 5 waves here. Then before we have this move to the downside. This move to the downside is also a 3-wave format, A, B, C to the downside. Now, with that said, then we now see these 5 waves up. These 5 waves of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, might be the beginning of a new move. But the fact that this ran to the downside like 3 waves also is a suspect to think that this may not have ended this move to the downside. We should have a proper 5 waves to the downside or decline to the downside. Now, in looking at that, then we may see after this wave 3 has burned itself off, if you look here, 1, 2, 3 of 3, 4 of 3, and 5 of 3, then we may see this as a wave 4 in the middle, A, B, C, or wave 4 in the middle, and it might just be part of wave 4, a bigger wave 4, you know, here, and this actually may be a correction. We may see A, B, C here as a W here. You see A, B, C as a W, and this may be our X, and this may be our Y, and this may finish off this correction to the upside. So what I'm trying to say is there is a big chance that this may be going down to break the low. That is what I'm saying. That is, again, we can see it as more or less a triangle here, that A, B, C, D, E. So as an A, B, C, D, E, if it's an E triangle, if it's the E wave, then, you know, like expanded triangle here, you can see that we're getting a lower low, and here is more stationary, but there is a little higher high here, if you consider this. So this looks like an expanded triangle with more or less the top as a flat here. So it looks more like this is the end of the correction. So there is about 70% chance or 60% chance that this price will be going down. Now, the next thing to do is to look at what have we got here in the first move to the downside. Now, this looks like a diagonal here. It is not a three-wave. It is not a three-wave. You can't call this a three-wave. So if you look at here, 1, 2, the third wave here, this looks like the fourth wave. You can call this one the fourth wave and the fifth wave. And this may just be the correction in the middle. The correction in the middle before we go down. So which is a B wave. So we may have seen probably a 1 and a 2 or an A or a B. So far, the gap here has been, you know, actually obliterated now. We didn't move on Friday. The gap has been closed. We may also see this as A, B, C for this to fall. So now, what do we do? Because this is where anything can change. This may go down to break down, and this may eventually go up to break the top. But like I said, well, that will give it breaking to the downside about 60% or 65%, and breaking up is about 40% or 35%. So whatever trades that we take, we have to guide our stop loss. You can't just throw in and say, okay, I'm all in this trade that is going to come down. The odd favors us breaking down than we going up from the analysis I just gave us. Not until we break this low. Once we take out this low, then it is confirmed that price will break more to the downside. But from what I can see here, this is a three-wave to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to the downside. And to the upside now, it's a 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this wave is truncated. And this is typical of wave C. If this is going to be impulsive to the upside, wave 5 would have extended and break this to the upside very well. I will show you on gold what you see in an impulse. In an impulse, the wave 5 would always break or terminate beyond, you know, the wave 5 of wave 3. So here it's more of like an equal high, but of course it's 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and looks like A, B, C also. Now, this move to the downside is where the thing is. So if you are trading, if I step into the lower time frame, how do you trade? Now, the pressure is towards the downside as if the dollar is losing it. So when do we think we are going to go bearish? and the bearish is confirmed is when once you break this low here, then it is not a correction anymore. It means that you are going bearish. This low would have to be taken out. So on the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? I'm going to show you some things to really help us. On the 4-hour time frame, so you can now see the 1, 2, the 3, the 4 of 3, because once you see here, 2, the 4 of 3, A, B, C, sorry, the 4 of 3, the 5 of 3 here, yes, the 4 of 3, the 5 of 3 here, A, B, C of the 4th wave and the 5th wave here. So that's what we can see in this place. Then we're now seeing this move to break this low. Breaking this low for now tells us that the price is going to go more to the downside, but in the immediate, we might see us having a correction to the upside before we. Now, this correction, would it break this? Then we'll see if it's going to break that place or not. Now, if I go into 1 hour, what can 1 hour tell us? And that's where wave comes into play, how we do look at our waves. Now, in this move now, we can see a 1 and a 2, probably a 3, a 4, and a 5 here. So it seems that the first move to the downside now, is a 5 waves to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a 5 waves to the downside. So invariably, we might be seeing this pushing to the upside, as, a 3 waves correction to the upside. Probably we should watch out for here or a bit of liquidity grab above this, to complete a wave 2 before they fall. So correction is what we are hoping for, and for us to fall more. And the falling more, then that's where the key will be until we break this low. But for now, if I were you, the stop loss is here for now. Don't put stop loss here because market loss, grabbing liquidity and breaking places like this. So that's what we will aim for now. Our stop loss should still be around this place. Now, in the 15 minutes time frame, what can we see? In the 15 minutes time frame of that move, of course, like I said, this is with 4 of 3 and 5 of 3. You can see the ending structure. The ending structure will always come like this. So once you spot this on any time frame, is an ending structure, and you now see with A, with B, and with C to the downside. Now with C, you can see that A, B, and the C will be 5 waves, clear 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C will always have to be 5 waves. The last wave of wave C, you can see A, B, C, and the C is 5 waves, A, B, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the third wave will give us the gap and the 5th wave. Now, after that, we now saw a wave 5 to the upside. And in that wave 5, see, it's also a diagonal. We have a 1, we have a 2, a 3, a 4. You can see, we can't even call it a 4. It's like a 1, a 2. Then a, okay, a, okay. Okay, yeah, a 1, a 2, A, B, C of A. This is the second wave now. So the second wave now. So you can even call it A, B, C here. This is the second wave. Then 3, 4, and a 5. So it's a diagonal to end the structure here. Then we now have these 5 waves. So these 5 waves, because we have seen 5 waves, it's also telling us most likely we are coming down. Now, again, we are seeing this move to the downside, and this is going up like a correction. So we have to see this out. So what we are saying is that this may take this or not. But for anybody that is trading seriously, you should be here. Then you should watch out for what is going to happen here. That's what I can say for now. With that said, if you flip to euro dollar, without wasting our time, let's flip to euro dollar. On euro dollar, so you can see that. Let me flip to 1 hour. So on euro dollar, okay, let me quickly flip to the day time frame first. Now, we got here and we saw rejection to the downside, and it looks like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that this will be going down, and this is a B or with 2 or a B wave and more to the downside. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't look like that. There's a 60% chance that we're going to break this top now. And we can see that after this move here, A, B, C, D, E as the 5 waves, which is what the DXY also had given us, looks more like we are going to go up one more time. So having said that, also it's 50-50 to see how price will, move within this place. This move here looks like a 3 waves to the downside. And that's another thing. Here, unlike in the DXY, the move to the downside looks more of a 3 waves here to me. A, B, C. We don't have a breakdown here that will look like wave 5. Like I said on the DXY, it's almost just slightly below it or equal. But here, it's a clear 3 waves. So that's also giving us a tendency of price going to break the top. We can see 5 waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and 3 waves to the downside. So that is what we are seeing now. So there's a tendency for us to go and take out 1.20700. Now let me flip to the 1 hour. The 1 hour time frame now. So the price is going up, like we saw, like with 3 and with 5 of 3, and this one went up to give us another low here. It gave us another low here, and after this low, what we saw is the emergence of a diagonal. Like with one can be like a diagonal too. So we saw 1, 2, three here, 4 here, and 5 here. So it's a diagonal. So you can see that with 4 here, it's encroaching on the territory of wave 1. The first move is wave 1, and in any diagonal ending or leading, that's what you should expect. It will happen like that. An encroachment that is even beyond 50%, it can be up as much as 61% at times. It can be as much as that, the retracement. So here we can see that encroachment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we now had this big move to the downside as a wave 2 of this move. So, and this wave 2 also is an ABC. You can see ABC. It's not 5 waves. And after it, what did we see? A break to the upside. Now, so these are clues that we gather along the way to know where the trajectory is. Seeing like 1, 2, 3, and a break to the upside, it sends this to be a clear wave 2. Or again, of course, you can still call it a wave A and a wave B, and we'll see how this one goes up. And if this is going to be a wave C, then we should spot at least 5 clear waves to the upside. Here, unlike DXY that gave us 1, 2, 3, that marked with 3 and 4, these didn't actually click with 3 for me per se. But again, we can still roughly take this as a wave 3, wave 4. and there's a wave 5. And in these, we are still seeing some progression to the upside as this is coming to the downside. So if anybody wants to trade this, you should watch out. Price may not take this low, but it's possible that they take this low. If we are going more to the upside, price will not break this low. Price will not break this low. If you are going to the upside, it will not break this low. But this low can still be taken. So you must be careful trading. So if we correct low, and we'll know, if we correct lower, and we'll know. Taking this without breaking, because this will be an internal change of structure or character. But breaking this will mean that price is going down again. Now, let's look at euro dollar. I'm sorry, pound dollar. Pound dollar. Looking at pound dollar, what do we have? Pound dollar also is sending the same signal. What I can see here is we can see that we add this move. This move looks like, after this move to the upside here, this looks like an A move here. Then we now have A, B, C of the B move to the upside, and the C wave here, 1, 2, we can even call it yes, it's a 5 clear wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. So this is like an extended flat here for wave 2. So it can be A, B, and a C. So it's more likely that we are grinding upper. If we are going to go down, really, to go down and break low, we shouldn't have taken this resistance out here. This resistance has been taken out right now. So we have to see that this wave can be a wave 3 or a wave C to the upside. So there's still more upside to grind. That is what we are seeing now. So in this move also, we are seeing that this also is gradually going to the upside as a 1, 2, a third wave, and it's still, it can, at the end of the day, it can be a 1, 2, 1, 2 situation, a 1, 2, and a 1, 2 situation, which you can see in wave 3, and it will begin to grind to the upside. So for now, this is the low that we don't want to take. Price may not take this low and may also come to near it, but this low for now is the low that we don't want to take. And so if you are buying now, your stop loss should be around 133,692. Nzdusd USD. That also is very, very interesting. Nzdusd USD is interesting. Very interesting. I would rather go on the higher time frame for you to see what this is printing. And let's look at daily time frame here. On the daily time frame, we still believe we are within this move as A wave. This is an A wave. And in the middle here, we have an A, B, C, or B wave. You can see how long it took that B wave to form, more than a year after the rapid, upside here. It took the B wave century for it to form. Then we had another A wave, we had another B wave. Now, in this B wave now, we may be seeing a more complex correction unfolding, or it might just give us an ABC of A, then the B, and this might be unfolding as a 1, 2, going out as a 3, the third wave. There's still more upside to go here. The first thing now is that we are taking this resistance out. This is the next resistance that we are still going to target. And we still believe that, in fact, within this one now, within this one as an A, B, So we still expect at least 100 extension, which may not take this top before we come. So first target is here, which we are taking out. The next is here, and 100 extension before we come to the downside. So on the lower time frame, let's say on the 45 minutes time frame, so we are seeing that this is going more to the upside. Yeah, this is the first move as a diagonal. As a diagonal, this move as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then we had this as the B wave, or this wave 2. Now it has become wave 2 here. Why has it become wave 2 here? It has become wave 2 here because these, as initial 1, 2, had gone beyond 1618. Well, we are beyond 1618. So it's gradually become a wave 3. Now, within this itself now, these are ticked 1, 2, it has ticked 168 within this immediate wave. So we might be seeing a wave 4 here, and after a wave 4, a wave 5, we might be seeing a deeper correction here before we ride to the upside again. Now, yen, USD yen. USD yen. This is consolidating, and the consolidation here that we're going to see some strength coming to the dollar may still take this to the upside. So, but this is a trade, even though it's bullish, that you want to be very careful trading. You know, there's a lot of momentum, but all of a sudden they can just take it to the upside. So if I were you, I won't be trading any yen for now. Yen can be silly. Now the last one is gold. Gold. Let's look at gold. Gold has been interesting and has been playing out decently well. So let's look at 4-hour time frame on gold. 4-hour time frame on gold to see what gold has given us. Gold has given us an A, B, C to the downside, and so far this also is behaving as expected, like a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 here is a diagonal. This truly represents a diagonal. This may have finished up this correction, and once we had this, we thought the price would be going up, but we never broke the top. And what we are saying now is that the price came down to take this low. So it gave us an A, B, C, and a perfect reaction at 100 extension at about 618 to the upside. We are seeing this, and the fourth assignment for this thing to do is to break this fourth wave here, which is taking now. So this is an impulse. So what we are expecting now is it's a correction, an ABC correction for more upside. And the first target is this. And once we take this out, then it means that we're going to take this out. And in doing that, once this is out, you can take out some of your trade if you want to, or you wait until this is taken out and under the extension. Because at the end of the day, if they decide to waste more time and consolidate more on gold, this can turn out to be a B wave without taking this top. It can turn out to be a B wave. You must be aware of that possibility, and that this as a 1 and a 2, it can be an A, B, C 100% an extension, and we'll see more downside. It's possible. But for now, we go more in the line of we are more aggressive in the line of the structure, in the line of the trend. So in the line of the trend is the up trend. So we are more aggressive, but again, we are cautious of what the price may do. So to be modest, if we break here, the next to break is here, target 100 extension, look for correction, and begin to follow whatever is building up here. Now, this is a gold impulse, and we expect this is not when to buy again. We need to correct and this may just be the start of that correction. So on the 15 minutes time frame, what can we see? I've taken a bit of your time this morning, so we can see a formation here. The first move, an A, B, C. That's it. So it's a diagonal as usual. It's a diagonal here to have the first wave and the second wave. And within the third wave, you can see a 1, 2 setup. Then the price went up to give us the fourth wave. The fourth wave ended here, something like this. And they're going to give us the fifth wave. See the wave, they finish up the wave 5. In this wave 5, what can you see as a diagonal? This is wave 4, wave 1, wave 2, and clearly here we have an A, B, C, or you can even count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there's an A, B, C here of wave 3, a wave 4, and C, 1, 2, 3, a wave 5. Because that's what you see, because in a diagonal you expect a 3, 3, 3, a 3, 3, 3 all through. So after the fourth wave, you can see the first wave is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for wave 2, 1, 2, 3 for wave 3, 1, 2, 3 for wave 4, 1, 2, 3 for wave 5. So in wave 5, we had an extension to the upside. And so we believe that we are correcting this. And for now, where to target is the low here. So we have to target this low here for this correction to reach. This may just be, it's going to grow more into a complex correction. We may have seen an A, B, and this is a C wave here of the initial flow. Probably we'll have an X in the middle to give us an WXY that we kiss this low or break this low. And after breaking this low, we can now begin to look for buy again. That is what I'm expecting. And that marks the end of this week forecast. Do like, share, comment, and have a good week trading. Bye.